Hi, it's Gail the Planning Girl. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be working in my Skinny Classic charcuterie notebook, which I've converted into a recipe planner. And I've pulled all of my food type stickers. I have the recipe accessories, the recipe book, the meal planning accessories, the first food, the second food, and the Happy Hostess Classic and Mini. Let's get started. Here is my Skinny Classic Happy Notes, which I've made into a recipe book for myself just by taking out the regular paper and putting in these Happy Hostess recipe half sheets. So I'm going to flip back to my dinner tab, and in my meal planning, I have some what's for dinner and dinner sticky notes. And I'm going to jot down this recipe for cheeseburger soup. And because it's just a sticky note, it needs a little bit of adhesive on the back so that it will stay stuck here in my notebook. So I like to use Tombow. It's a permanent roller dry adhesive. There we go. Now cheeseburger soup, I made last night for dinner on the stovetop, but you can make it in the slow cooker as well. So I have a slow cooker. I've used those. All right, so we'll just get the picture. I know I have a picture. Here we are. Picture of a crock pot. This is probably an Instapot, but I use a crock pot. All right, and because I'm using it as a slow cook recipe as well, I'm gonna take one of these and add it here. At the top, I like to use a wide-nibbed pen for the title of the recipe. This is a Pigma Calligrapher pen in 2.0. I got this with a 1.0 and a 3.0. I didn't like the 3 at all, so I took it to school and put it in my prize box. But the 3 of them together came in a pack, and I got them at Michael's. So cheeseburger soup. Okay, that's fun. You know what? I think I even have some cheeseburger stickers in this meal planner. Did I miss it on the first page? No, but I'm gonna put it in because why not? It's kind of fun. I don't just want 1. 3s always look good. We'll just do something like that. Okay, so I found this recipe online at wholekitchensink.com, and I am going to change up a little bit of it for my purposes. So she calls for a pound of ground meat. I like ground turkey. If you use ground meat, you probably want to cook it first and then drain it. If you're using ground turkey, you can just cook it up. She suggested a garlic clove, but you can do however little or much as you want. I did actually measure out the 2 tablespoons of mustard. I think I probably would have put in maybe a tiny squirt more, or maybe a little more on my own. She suggested a can of diced tomatoes. Thought I had a can of diced tomatoes. I used half a can of crushed tomatoes, and that worked out fine. And of course, a chopped onion. I did measure out 1/3 of a cup of chopped dill pickle. And celery, use as much or as little as you like. I used a half a cup of chopped. She has 3 cups of potatoes. Now, when I was writing out my grocery list, I didn't pay attention to that very well. And so I used frozen hash browns that were already, you know, sliced for me. And that actually worked out quite nicely. 3 cups of broth, which is not quite a whole box. 1 tablespoon of parsley. I didn't have any, so I left that out. And then, of course, salt and pepper, water as needed to loosen the soup if you needed it to be loose. She suggests 6 to 8 hours on low. I did make this on the stove top. Putting all of this into the crock pot did take a little bit of time to chop up the onion, the pickle, the celery. If you are peeling or just scrubbing up and chopping potatoes, that would take a little while. And of course you have to cook the ground meat. I had the meat going and was chopping my veg as I was browning the meat. So I'm gonna say probably 10 to 15 minutes. Now my husband and I both had a bowl of this for dinner last night, and there is enough for lunch today. So I'm gonna say 4 to 6, again, depending on how big of a bowl that you have. So cheeseburger soup. Let's get some bullets. I'm thinking about using the smiley faces. I really like this. Okay, so I cooked mine on the stove. It went very well. At the end, we topped our soup with some green onion and a little bit of shredded cheese and some tortilla chips. But you could add lettuce, pickles, whatever you'd put on your burger. So it was quite good. We enjoyed it. So I like to keep my recipes in alphabetical order. So cheeseburger soup goes here. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and let me know if you try out cheeseburger soup. You can check out my other recipes here on my playlist. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.